Hey guys, Petrum Badger Hill, Cure PB, and this is the Charity of the Week commentary, week number 10. This week's charity is Médecins Sans Frontières, or Doctors Without Borders. Now this is an international healthcare charity, and I think we can all appreciate why Cure has chosen to support this. Everyone knows how key healthcare is to everyone across the world, regardless of what country you're in, and regardless of what your beliefs as to how healthcare should be implemented by governments. Now this was a charity created not by governments or by people, you know, who only had a temporary interest in the health of the world or those less fortunate. But it was actually created by one journalist who had seen the disaster that, you know, poverty, natural disasters, international armed conflicts, civil wars can cause, you know, on the people there. And it was also created by a second group of people, that is doctors. And these are the very people who are, you know, are dealing with individuals on a daily basis. Now, as far as I'm concerned, they were the two best people to get involved and try and create an international health charity. That's kind of another one of the reasons why I chose this charity. And another one is because they are just internationally recognised across the world. And they really do apply their expertise and use their recognition indiscriminately. I mean, they have no preference towards, say, Africa over South America, but rather give their help where it is needed most at a specific point in time. Now, this is perfect because I've heard people complain in the comments. I mean, I don't particularly agree with it, but I've heard people complain that I don't want to give money to Africa because it'll just go to the dictators and things like that. Médecins Sans Frontières do not do that. They just go to where it is most important and give their aid as they can do. Now, they go across the world risking their own lives, these doctors, and to some extent the people who just go out there and help with bringing over supplies, and they do actually risk their lives in order to help those caught up in things like war. Medical treatment, you know, on its own is incredibly complex and often very dangerous, but, you know, consider the extra difficulty of taking on patients while there are bullets literally flying around and explosions, I mean, I say in the distance, but it could well be just 100 yards down the road. Now, these people are incredibly brave, and frankly, as far as I'm concerned, any help we can give them is key. Now, while this group does not have, you know, any political opinion or motivation, they do speak out about things that they come across every day that could come across as being politically motivated. But this isn't the case. They just talk about what they see. And if they see, for instance, aid being manipulated in a way, you know, that puts power in the hands of the very people that are a problem in the first place, you know, dictators and the like. In fact, what you talked about in the comments in one of our previous videos, they will continue giving the aid to people, but they will speak out at the UN and places like that and say, this person, this dictator, is abusing the system, using it to gain more power. It happened in Somalia, for instance. If you want a really, you know, basic explanation of it, watch the beginning of Black Hawk Down, the film. Obviously, I'd prefer it if you went on Wikipedia and did a bit more detailed research, but yeah, that's one of the ways you could find out about how a dictator was manipulating aid. Now, they also protect this charity, MSF. They also, you know, protect those that are completely ignored by the states. I mean, this is the homeless, who are so often vilified by society, as if, you know, it's a choice of theirs to be in a position that they are. I mean, before people make such a rash statement, they should really consider the ridiculousness of their very statement. Yes, there will be, you know, a tiny percentage of homeless people who choose to be homeless, but then to apply that to everyone who is homeless is just irrational and, frankly, as far as I'm concerned, wholly repugnant. And regarding Médecins Sans Frontières, we see attempts by them to help these people who, you know, who are just so vulnerable. Take, for instance, the children who are homeless, or just people caught up in sex trafficking, which is, frankly, a disgusting area of modern society. Médecins Sans Frontières help these people who are just completely disregarded by the government as almost non-existent. Now, this, guys, was just a really brief overview of the, you know, amazing work, really, that Médecins Sans Frontières actually do. Everybody should really be thinking to themselves how incredible the work they do is. And they should, I mean, you should probably go out and have a little bit of a research. Check out all the details that I'll link in the description. So with that all in mind, I mean, we should try and, you know, help them in their effort to bring medicine to the poor rather than just the rich. I mean, I find it disgraceful that it's just the rich that get the best medicines at the moment. So if we can do something to change that, that is amazing. So, I mean, if you believe in what I've been talking about, click the like button and show your support. And if you have, you know, any spare money available, don't hesitate, guys. Don't go and buy an extra can of Coke or something. Send them what you can and make a big difference to this world. Anyway, I'll speak to you all soon, guys, and bye-bye. I got someone